Welcome to Policy and Profit, the podcast for ambitious insurance agents and agency owners who want to build predictable, profitable businesses without chasing bad leads or begging for referrals. And did you know the average insurance agent makes $52,000 a year? And over 90% give up in their first year. The top 1% are doing anything with their license are making 5 to 10 times as much, selling the exact same policies, earning anywhere between $150,000 and $500,000 a year. And it's not luck, it's leverage. The secret is they're following a system to generate fresh, hot leads, book appointments consistently, and close policies like clockwork. So I've put together a no-cost blueprint for that system that shows you how to add $5,000 to $15,000 of additional monthly recurring income in under 90 days that you can access for free. Just go to writemorepolicies.com/blueprint or click the link in the description. Today's guest is Becky WIlson, a 16-year veteran in the Medicare and P&C field, who is leading the charge on intuitive ways to save money and cut risks for business owners. Becky, welcome to the show. Tell me something you believe is the key to succeeding in insurance sales that most agents completely overlook.
Consistency.
Elaborate.
Yeah, so just staying the course and doing the same thing. So I think what we in this business tend to be attracted to shiny objects, and there's a lot of them in our business, right? Everybody's got the greatest, best new thing, and they're selling it for $1 million or a dollar. It's one end or the other. So we as when we're sitting here thinking more leads, we're looking, oh, here's one here, here's one here, here's one here. And I think it's very distracting from your everyday business. And so I am a firm believer in creating discipline within your day and staying consistent to your day. And that comes from time blocking, time management, and consistent things that keep you motivated, being a part of networking groups, things like that.
Yeah, that's really interesting you bring that up. We don't hear many people talk about time management, and it's so funny because that's our most precious resource. Now, before we go into that just a little bit more, you said something really interesting that I see so many agents get stuck in. It is that shiny new object, and that unfortunately is what gets entrepreneurs into the industry. It's the shiny object of entrepreneurship, of sales, of more money. We see the person at church or the neighbor have a beautiful vehicle and we're like, I want that, but I can't get that in my current job. What can I do? Sales, insurance, whatever. And unfortunately, that shiny new object is the same thing as I need more leads. Just like you said, I need more leads. Thousands of agents have told me, Becky, Mason, I need more leads. And I'm like, all you're going to do is increase the number of people already not giving you money. So how can we do less with more? How can we have a consolidated approach? How can a small hinge swing a big door? How can the few overtake the many? And that's the question you should be asking as an agent. So, Becky, what does time management look like for you? What's one or two tips you could give an agent out there so they quit getting 20 different sets of glasses on and looking at shiny new objects?
Number one, get a Google Calendar, put it on your desktop, and it's to be opened every day, all day. And I do mine in 15-minute time blocks. Now, I may have 3 15-minute time blocks or sometimes 30 minutes. And I'm very visual, so I color code. I have a rainbow calendar. So everything is colored by its priority also. So revenue producing activities are green. They should always be first in your day, first in your priorities. So you may make a list every morning, but your list has to coordinate with your calendar. You have to have time and block time for yourself and your family.
Can you just go over that one more time about what is the number one thing they should focus on every day?
Revenue producing activities.
Wow, what a concept. She didn't say scrolling your phone. She didn't say uh, buying leads, any of that. It's just
Doing your
revenue
email.
producing activity. Check your email. Man, that is a death sentence for most people. The moment they check that, they get pulled in 18 different directions. So and so, they sent me this thing. It's expiring at midnight. I gotta get it.
5 minutes every hour or 3 times a day, one or the other, 15 minutes. So I use this. So those people that get caught doom scrolling, this is how you stop. This little cube right here. And I will tell you my calendar. I also set alarms for my calendar then every day for every appointment I have on my calendar, for every time slot I have on my calendar. I set an alarm. When that alarm goes off, I shut it down.
That's really interesting and that's fantastic. And you know, Becky, I know something you're really passionate about is this idea of it's never too late. So tell me more about that.
So I always wanted a business, but I was caught up in the corporate world. I spent almost 20 years working for a Fortune 500 company. I managed to get promoted without degree, all that stuff, and then the company got bought. Um, and I did a few things, and all of a sudden I was sitting here. I was raising three grandsons, and I'm looking, and I'm retired. My husband was retired. They have parents that don't work consistently. I'm thinking to myself, who is going to show them? Where are they getting their idea of what hard work looks like, dedication works like, success looks like, entrepreneurship looks like? So at 65, I dove in and started a business.
And what was
And
that like?
it's really was the best thing that I've ever done
Why is that?
because part of the reason is because I think that why we see decline in seniors is because their brains are not active. They allow everything around them to dictate how their brain works. So the TV mainly, and I am not a TV person. I haven't watched TV in 4 years. I think it's a distraction. I think that
I
it
call it the electronic income reducer.
Yes, exactly. Well, in motivational reducer. So I just don't think it serves a purpose unless you have massive amounts of time to do nothing with. And I wanted to be productive to society. I wanted to show them that I have some things I want to do. So I thought I have a lot of time. So why not do this? And I always say insurance found me. I didn't find it because when you're an outside sales rep, you have this vision that you're like cool, and you have the corporate stuff, and you go on the corporate trips and blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting there with no job, and my insurance agent. I walk in one day and he says, "So, do you need a job?" I'm like, ugh. That was that feeling like I've hit rock bottom. But
That's
you know
funny.
what? It was a stepping stone. I spent 10 years in that industry and then ended up getting my life and health license, going into Medicare and healthcare. And now I'm dipping my toe back into the PNC world because I found something I'm truly passionate about. And I think there isn't enough information for business owners about. I'm going after that in a big way.
I'm excited to see what you got with that. You mentioned something a while ago about not this is the best age and stuff like that. My grandpa always told me something. He says, "Boy, when you retire, you expire. Do you want to die?" I was like, "What the hell, Grandpa?" So that was always funny. It's so true. The moment I see people retire, it's like they just get decrepit. Their body starts shutting down because they're not keeping their brain active.
Right.
So what's got you so excited about the PNC world?
Cyber. So we right now are, I mean, everybody's seen it there. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've gotten multiple letters from carriers saying they've been hacked. We see every day in the news something about our information has been breached, right? But what happens is most of us entrepreneurs and small to mid-sized businesses sit out here and think, well, they're not going to come after me because I don't make enough money. I'm just a blip on the radar. All of that is absolutely, positively 100% wrong. Financial advisors, 300% more likely to get hit with a cyber attack. Anybody that collects PHI, PII, hugely at risk. And the normal things that we used to do to protect ourselves don't work anymore. They can get through your malware without blinking. They can get through your BitLocker with a little nudge. And with AI now, it's becoming much more devious and much more successful for them. And the worst part for me is that we are going to lose thousands of small businesses and entrepreneurs because of these attacks.
Yeah, and a lot of them they're truly after your data. The fact that you've done 4,000 insurance applications and you have all those stored just on a Dropbox folder, congratulations. Every single application you've ever filled out that has your customer's social security number, you just put 4,000 people at risk.
And you
And
know how much
it's,
it's going to cost you to mitigate that?
oh, about a million, couple million. I don't know if I had to put a specific number, but it's up there.
The average cyber attack is $400,000 to $4 million, depending on the amount of data that was breached. Now, I don't know about you, but not many of us out there have that laying around. And here's what is happening. There is a false sense of security because their agent is telling them, oh, don't worry about it. You have a rider on your BOP that'll cover you for cyber. And you know how much those are?
Like 10,000 in coverage or something, what?
Maybe 25. And they don't cover all the new attacks that are happening, like ransomware and phishing and vishing and bricking and all the other ones that are coming around.
Yeah, gotta be careful clicking emails and text from numbers and stuff you don't know. It's just even people you do know. I've seen people hack into well-known Facebook accounts and start sending out messages. Or have you ever seen those profiles that they tag 87 people in their new weight loss pill?
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah,
God
yeah.
bless, man. They've been compromised.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is it. But the worst one right now is on your phone. There, the text that you're getting from what looks like your bank or your credit card company,
Do
and
not click
say,
them.
you've been hit. Click on that link, and people are doing it. And what is happening is it's called bricking. Their phone immediately turns into a brick. They got into a lady's account in 30 seconds. They wiped her bank account in 30 seconds. And your phone, you may as well just trash it, because not even the carrier can fix it, because it damages not only the hardware, not only the software, but the hardware.
Yeah, and this stuff is scary. The fact that you bring this up, it reminds, because when I was in middle school, I had no life. I had to babysit my brother and sister. So I learned how to hack and code and do things on Linux and different softwares at a young age. And I would go into school and change grades and open up other people's computers. And it's like, guys, this is truly no joke. You can do some insane things with
Well, do you
the
know
fact
where
that
your child's information is most likely to get hacked from? Your children's?
where.
Their pediatrician's office or their school.
Yeah, because most of them don't have anywhere near the amount of security that they should.
No, they do not.
So, that Becky, this has
Block your
been
child's credit.
oh, absolutely. Becky, this has been really
Yep.
valuable for the agents and agency owners listening who want to learn more about what you do. Tell us who's a good fit to work with you and how they can get in touch.
Okay. I mean, any small, mid-sized business owner, any entrepreneur, they can get in touch with me multiple ways, through my website, www.onestopinsuranceSolutions.com. You can hit me up on my email, same thing, Becky at onestopinsuranceSolutions.com. I also will be launching just for the cyber side, I'm launching a YouTube channel here shortly for that. We're just trying. I'm trying to get information. The industries that I'm really looking to help right now, they're getting hit the hardest, are financial advisors, any medical offices, manufacturers, and churches, believe it or not. And I want to I will do cyber education. If anybody wants me on a podcast, they want to have me train their staff on a webinar, I don't care. I just want information to get out there. And I think it's really important because we need to save businesses.
I agree. So we're going to wrap up here. Becky, thanks so much for sharing your insights on cybersecurity and why it's never too late. For those of you interested in making sure your customers are protected and not risking like a data breach and getting sued or being put on the hook for $400 to $4 million if you don't have that, which I know most of you probably don't, if we're just being real, just based on the failure rate of this industry. So go reach out to Becky at One Stop Shop Insure. What is it?
And One Stop Insurance Solutions.
OneStopInsuranceSolutions.com. There will be a link in the description. I'll put her Facebook. You can go message her. It's probably going to be one of the easiest things. So go do that. And if you'd like to be a guest on Policy and Profit, we're always looking for successful insurance agents and agency owners doing at least 10K per month in commissions and have unique strategies to share. You can apply at the second link down below in the description or pinned comment. And one more time, if you want to stop chasing bad leads and start booking qualified appointments with people who actually want to buy insurance. Fancy concept. Grab our free booked and banked blueprint at writemorepolicies.com/blueprint. Until next time, keep building that commission machine.